I think we may have exhausted all adventures for one night. Time to head home.
Well, well, who would have thought that the bookworm would be the first to jump ship? Do we really need to go now? I'm actually loving this adventurous walk.
Well, I don't know about you, but our path to the exit seems to have landed us in the middle of some very scary sculptures.
It's Greece, Braveheart.
Wow, look at the beautiful palace. Everything is so grand and regal and white. It's like being in a movie.
And I would be the hero. Ha ha ha.
He who believes himself to be a hero shall soon dig his own grave.
So be, for the gods have spoken.
The grave does beckon, and so you must hasten.
Funny Rosen, in spite of us, fooling none for oneself.
Hey, not funny. Who do you think you are?
And where are you from?
We might ask a few the very same.
I am Cassandra, Princess of Troy, daughter of the mighty King Priam and the lovely Queen Hecuba.
Sounds like Greek and Latin to me.
Close enough. I'm from Troy, a few hundred miles from Greece.
But I've never heard of you. Heard about Paris and Hector. Yes, but Cassandra? No.
Let's just say that it wouldn't be the first time that the truly gifted have been buried and forgotten.
The writer must always bear the cross of ignominy.
And the pretty lady Cassandra had not a believer inside.
So, Miss Cassandra, if I may ask, what brings you here?
Well, I'm a priestess dedicated to God Apollo and fated by him to utter true prophecies. But I was also cursed so that nobody would ever believe my prophecies.
Or so she says, the misguided Cassandra.
If you could predict the future, then why did Troy fall?
That's what happens when everybody ignores me. Let me show you the true story behind the Trojan War.
Check.
No, not quite.
You're too clever for me, Helen.
Look at the two of them. While I don't agree with Paris abducting the fair Helen from her husband's home, they just look so perfect together, don't you think?
Forgive and forget. That's what Menelaus should do. Helen made her choice.
And the right choice it was. Who wouldn't want to be married to our darling Paris?
Exactly. Although rumors are rife that Menelaus plans on waging war on our city of Troy to get back at us for what Paris did.
Menelaus would be a fool to try and attack Troy.
In his dreams, the walls are 20 feet thick. We've got food and water to last for years.
And the bravest army in the world.
And the bravest son a father could wish for. Isn't that right, Paris?
Oh yes, I would be unstoppable.
Unstoppable? No, you shall be stopped. You shall die, as all here shall die in the fields of Troy. All but me. The Greeks will come and lay waste to us in their search for revenge. Cassandra, my dear daughter, this talk is so depressing. You must really stop pretending to know it all. Hear my prophecy. The walls of Troy will be no match for the army of Menelaus.
Well, maybe they will. But please, I implore the gods. Let me beat Paris many times over at this game before the unspeakable befalls us.
That's the spirit, Helen.
Come now, Cassandra. We all know there's not going to be a war. So please, leave us be.
There's nothing quite like a Greek holiday, and this past decade has been nothing like a Greek holiday in any form. King Menelaus was getting fed up. His brother Agamemnon and his close ally Odysseus weren't happy either.
This war's gone on too long, brother Menelaus. I'm tired of it. I can't see it ending, Menon. We'll never get into Troy. The walls are too high. The gates are too strong.
There must be a way.
If only there was a trick to getting in, Odysseus.
If only... You, boy, come here. Let me see that beautiful wooden horse.
Only for a bit. It's mine.
Where did you get it?
The carpenter, sir. He made it. He makes all kind of wooden toys.
Does he... Would you mind if I borrow this for a day or two?
I suppose I could part with it for a bit, but I want it back.
Don't worry, you'll get it back.
In a mood to play with toys, Odysseus?
I do believe I am. Strictly speaking, of course, we on the battlefield were unaware as to what was going on up in the palace. But you can see for yourself the sad state of affairs.
How long will this go on? Until the Greeks pack up and go home, my dear.
And that will never happen. It's foretold.
What will happen to us, Cassandra? How much more must we bear? I have already lost the love of my life.
Troy will fall, but you will live, Helen.
Nonsense. The Greek army will never break down these walls.
And our soldiers are just as brave as dear Paris was.
There.
You're right. For once, the Greek army will never break down these walls.
Are you sure?
Oh yes, I know it.
Keep watch every day at the window, Helen. One day they will be gone and we shall be free.
Freedom? If only I knew what that meant.
Soldiers of Greece, you have fought valiantly to save the honor of the great King Menelaus.
Hail the king. We will lay down our lives for him.
In a few days' time, we shall be returning to Greece.
What? Surrendering? We want to go home, but not without winning.
Soldiers, I'm glad to hear that. We will go home, but we will be the Trojans first.
Hail King Menelaus. His wisdom is unparalleled.
Odysseus has been working on a very clever plan. Lend him your ears.
A while ago, a small boy gave me this horse. It is the key which will unlock the city of Troy.
A toy horse is the key? Do you speak in jest, sire?
Let me explain. The city of Troy is too strong to invade. Only if we can open the gates from the inside can we break their defenses.
What shall we do, O mighty Odysseus?
Tonight, we start loading the boats to go home. All week, we will break down our settlements here and pack everything away.
No, we won't surrender.
Of course not. It is a trick to fool the Trojans. We're going to pretend to leave and we're going to leave behind this.
That's not a secret weapon. It's a horse.
How are we going to beat the Trojans with that?
Have faith, soldiers of Greece. This is the plan. Tonight, the Greek army will head home. We will abandon camp, get in the boat and sail away. We will leave nothing behind except the horse.
Tomorrow morning, the Trojans will come down to the shore, see that we have left, and they'll believe they have won. War over. Then they will look at the horse, think it's a parting gift from yours truly, and they will wheel it back into Troy and slam the gates shut after it.
Then, like any normal army, they'll start to celebrate and keep celebrating. Probably all day and night long.
I still don't understand. How in the name of Apollo will this help?
It doesn't make sense. Time for a better plan.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. While the Trojans are celebrating, the three of us will emerge from the horse, make our way to the gates, open them up and let all our forces in, as you would have returned from your brief trip by nightfall.
So now, what do you think?
Brilliant!
Amazing!
Long live Odysseus! Genius!
Just a few nights later, the plan was put into operation, and as their luck would have it, the leaders of Troy fell for it, hook, line and sinker.
Your Majesty, the army of Menelaus has left our shores, gone without a trace. We won the war.
Could this be true? Surely our eyes must deceive us.
The siege is over, sire. Your patience has paid off, and the defeated enemy has left us some kind of gift, a wooden horse.
It is not a gift, you know. It is a tribute to goddess Athena. We must take it to the temple in the city.
I fear the Greeks, even when bearing gifts, do not accept the gift of the horse, for it would bring an end to the Trojans.
Say no more on this joyous day, Cassandra. It is a day to celebrate our victory. We will sing, dance, and make merry. And by dawn tomorrow, we will have our lives back after a decade.
And so it was that the prophecies of Cassandra were ignored yet again, and it ended in bitter defeat for the people of Troy, who lost their families, homes, and belongings in an overwhelmingly one-sided battle.
Wow! That was... I don't have words! If only they had listened to you, Cassandra.
If only for a life so only.
The truth is forsaken for the cause of pride.
I guess we know why a computer virus is called a Trojan horse now. It sure is sneaky.
Very true. This episode has taught me never to take good advice for granted.
Well, I suppose it's too late for my people to do anything about it. So I may as well be on my way. And you youngsters should make yours too.
Yes, Cassandra.